All right, so this is just a quick video about this tool that I just discovered called Ninjaleads. And what is this about? So basically, the goal is to find lists. So I got a problem. I'll just tell you what my problem is, just so you understand. So one of the problems that I have is I'm trying to target local businesses. What I mean by local businesses are most businesses that are kind of just in a very localized region. The people that I'm targeting are like plumbers, electrical worker, electricians, HVAC, heating and air conditioning, and anything with the garage door, that sort of deal. So they tend to kind of work in like, local cities, local towns, that kind of stuff. And one of the problems that I've been running into is like it's really, really hard to find these types of businesses. So in the past, what we've done is we've actually kind of done the whole, go on LinkedIn and try to find these type of businesses. However, they do exist on LinkedIn. It's just that they're slightly bigger companies. They're not exactly the target market for us. And so we've been struggling to really kind of crack the marketing sort of engine of connecting with these businesses. So with that, I was watching a couple of videos. I'm looking for lead generation tools, and I found this tool that suggested that they have the ability that they could do local searches. And so far, I'm fairly impressed with it. It's not as the list is not as clean. Let me just start with that right off the top. The list is not as clean, but it's okay. It seems like it'll get me at least halfway there. So let me just log in. I'll show you what I've done so far. Now I have to be very careful because the last video I did, I posted some video with sales, and Google actually removed that account because they claimed that it had personal information inside. I was like, well, most of this information is just on the website, but for some reason they took down my last video. So anyway, that's the point. So when you log into Ninja, by the way, let me just back up a little bit. What I will say about their pricing, Lead Ninja, I keep saying Lead Ninja, but it's Ninjaleads.co, is their pricing seems to be very generous. And so if you go to their pricing page, yeah, so $97 a month, but it's like 5,000 daily sales navigation contacts, and export to things. So I don't really know. Yeah, so it's suggesting that 10,000 daily contacts basically. So I don't know. I'm trying to do a local list, so I don't know how this is going to affect me, but this seems to be very generous, better than what I've used. I've used Apollo, and I got a few other videos on Apollo and stuff. I don't find Apollo to be very good, and like I said, it's not targeting my demographic. It's just basically pulling data from LinkedIn, which is kind of useless to me to some degree. So when you come into it for the first time, it gives you this option to kind of choose Sales Navigator or US local businesses or whatever. Now, like I said, I'm looking for US local businesses. And then I'm looking for a very specific category. So I'm going to go with garage doors because I haven't done this one yet. Garage door repair, right? Yeah, because that's the businesses I'm looking for. And then what's cool is I could actually flick it over to bulk mode. I have to go back in garage door again. It's annoying. Garage door, right? I can put it in bulk mode, and right now I'm just targeting sort of like Florida region. So, and then I could just paste in all the different cities that I care to target, which I just did a Google for like the top 10 or 15 cities in Florida, and then just click launch, and that's it. And what it'll do is it's going to kind of just give you this message, and it kind of just runs a bunch of stuff in the background and finds the leads for you. Now, like I said, I've got to be very careful with showing personal information here because according to Google, they'll take down my video. But if you click on history, you'll see that I ran a whole bunch of them already before in the past. And what's cool about it is all you got to do is you just click on view, and that'll actually show you the lists that you can then kind of scroll through. And then the other part is so you see here, these are all the ones that are completed. These are ones that are sort of pending. Right, so it's just doing a search now. It's then to break it up by city, so HVAC Tennessee, HVAC Florida, and I think if I had to guess, I think this thing is going out to Google and finding the local businesses on like Google Maps and then kind of bringing it in. But I'm not certain what they're doing. But so this is what they do, and then from there, I just click on download, and I'm able to download that list and save it to a thing. Now I'm not gonna open it again because I got dinged the last time for doing this, but you get the idea, right? From there it's just a CSV file. The file is pretty comprehensive. The only thing I've noticed is that it doesn't necessarily give you email addresses. It gives you sort of more generic email addresses, but from there you could use a tool. I mean, there's so many tools out there. Maybe if you want me to do a video on that, we could talk about that. But this, I think, will solve the problem that I've had, which is how do I find these local businesses in each region? So honestly, what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to ChatGPT. I'm like, give me the so let's say like this is another tool I'm looking at, by the way. I won't talk about that one in this video. So the first thing I'll do is give me the top 20 states in top 10 United States, US. Right? So these are the top 10 states, 20. Okay. So here's the top 20 states, right? California, okay. And then this list is going to get really long. And then I say, given this list of top 20 states, create a list of the top 15 cities in each state and display it in this format. So it would be state, comma, city. No, sorry, it'd be city, state. City, comma, state. E.g. So it'd be like Jacksonville, Jacksonville, FL. Okay. So I'm going to paste this here, but you know what? I might pull this over into GPT-4. I'm just trying GPT-3 just to see if it'll be faster in doing it. Yeah, see, it doesn't stop. This is what it doesn't do. It doesn't understand. I'd like a comma and a thing. So if we go to GPT-4, it'd be much better. Much better. Because I gave it an example, I would like it to do it in that example. It just understands better. There, right? So with that, you could then now take that list, right? And take that list, for example, right? And then I'll come back into Ninja, this Ninja tool, and then I'll say US local, and then I'll go bulk again, right? And then I'm going to do a list like this, and then I'm going to say, give me the garage doors electrical, right? And then I'll click launch, and then it'll spin off another set of search. So I think that's the way that I'm going to be building up my list from now. I'll see how effective it is, but I think this is not a bad tool. I really like what I've done with this tool so far, and I'm going to give you a progress report on it once after I kind of use it a little bit more. But just in terms of like overall first impression and how they're doing this, like this is really cool, because then I could just download it. I still have to do a little bit of cleaning on the list, but I think this is actually really effective. So this is just my quick take on how to find local businesses in the US in a really fast manner. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you. Thank you.